Mixing old Middle Eastern culture with Grindr.
Having sex in a non-democratic country like Syria is a revolution itself. Going to the hammam, to the sauna, and meet man and being yourself there, this is all like you are fighting for yourself, you know. Like some people stereotype refugees before you learn about them or you talk to them. Is learn who are the refugees, not why they came. I was wanted for the army, for the military service.
The conscription thing.
So I of course I went down.
Yeah.
So I had to do the journey on foot. It's very scary and funny at the same time, and exciting to talk to you. And we never met. Suddenly we just met. Like, and I will open my heart.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? And you just come in and you're just like, "Hi." So tell us your deepest, darkest secret. Like, it's very like, okay. So it might get a little bit stuffy in here. So if you get hot or uncomfortable, you just have to tell us, because otherwise we'll just sweat and carry on because we're sweaty people. So.
Yeah, we're used to it.
So, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
My name is Khaled, Khaled. I did that yesterday at the airport as usual.
Did you get stopped?
So I'm a writer, a former radio journalist back in the Middle East, and also like a fashion journalist, I would say. Before I worked in the Middle East and also Sweden, some work in Berlin and Paris, and now I live in London.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
I just imagine like fashion journalism in Paris, just like walking around with like cigarettes and coffees. Like.
Well, I tried my best. Yes, and that's why we like. With time and I'm becoming older or something, or like wiser, I would say, I chose to be a writer and like to write regardless books, articles, my thoughts, my private poetry, my private diary, you know, all these kind of things. But I really think writing matches like my passion and my feelings. Like it's like also like I'm not so private person, but I appreciate privacy sometimes or most of the time. So I think writing like afford this safe space for me and like private space to be with myself, learning about myself. And this actually we learn about ourselves when we spend time with ourselves. I never spend like time only with myself before, until like I had to stay in the asylum house in Sweden for 9 months, waiting for my paper as a Syrian asylum seeker that time. So I spent like a lot of time, 9 months on my own in my room. I didn't have to work that time. I started writing I have the knowledge of writing and the background, but I started to write like in a different way, longer context or like text and stuff like that. And I really learned so much about myself, what's going inside me, you know. It was reflected and came out on paper. And when I started reading, I said, this is interesting. And also I learned about my imagination. You know, and this is what's like really fascinating for me. That's why I say, I think I have to make money out of this.
This is what I want to
have a good imagination. Cut me a check, actually. I'm good at this. Yeah. Do you write in Arabic or English or?
I actually, this is like a very good question to me, and they always ask me because I write in Arabic and I get published in foreign languages, including English, and my books were never published in Arabic yet.
Okay.
So that's actually something I also find it kind of like enhance or like another layer in the privacy I was talking about, like the manuscript. Nobody knows where.
Where is it?
You just read the translation.
What's the story of the book? If you want to give us some details. And why isn't it published in Arabic?
First.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. The book is me.
I've arrived.
Just landed. No, actually, the story of the book absolutely informed by my personal story, by my experience. It's not my story. honestly, but absolutely informed. Also, I think I naturally created this character who called Furat, who is the protagonist of my first novel, and I think he's absolutely stronger than me. He's more interesting than me, and he has like kind of different perspective to life. But we also exchange a lot of things. For example, we were like kind of close friends. Like he took me everywhere he went, and I took him also everywhere I went.
Okay.
You know, and we lived together. I feel like that, and this character could be like really myself sometimes, and sometimes like he's absolutely a different person. And
Is he someone that you like wish you could have been, or something you admire in someone else?
I don't think I wish to be him. I think I just like it's like a friend. You know,
Okay,
you're a friend. You don't wish to be him, or you don't want. You know, of course, you admire many things in your friend. That's why you become friends with. I think, yeah, I admire him too. But honestly, I don't want to have his life, and I don't think he wants to have my life. But we both are like kind of satisfied with the experience we got.
Right.
But how I learned about this character inside me, that it was hiding somewhere inside this me as a writer, like when I fled the borders, the Syrian borders to Turkey. You know, before that, I was a radio journalist working for fashion, you know, music radio station, meeting all the celebrities,
Yeah.
interviewing them, right, like doing music content and stuff like that. And suddenly I am like with my backpack, crossing borders, meeting strangers, people. I had to deal with them. I have to do all this journey myself to survive.
Yeah.
And I think I met this character inside me there at this
Okay.
point of life. Like, oh, there is a survivor. There's somebody fighting for life. They're stronger than me.
Yeah.
He's inside me. This
Yeah.
is Furat. And he will complete the story. He will tell the story, not me.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
how honestly, this is absolutely, I think I met him at the border, this character
That's-
waiting for me on the other side of the border
That's amazing.
Yeah.
to take me. Yeah.
Wow. And does the story, like, it's informed by your story, but does it follow a different line then? Tell us about your story first, maybe, and then we can go into the book. So what happened? You said you lived in Jordan for a bit. You were doing journalism. What then happened? When did you move back to Syria?
Well, I started working in the media in Syria in 2005 when the media law changed or like developed a little bit from all. Before it was only public service. We were not allowed to have any private media institutions. 2005 we could start like initiate private radio stations. So I've been one of those like first young people works in media in private media. So I work for a radio station called Syria Tomorrow. It's a music radio station, Surya Al-Ghad. And you have South Al-Ghad back in time
Yeah.
there. So it was like kind of Lebanon, Syria, Jordan. It's the same radio station.
Okay.
Oh, the sister companies, all of them. So yeah, and I worked like 5 years in radio and back in Syria, writing also for newspaper, magazines, basically about, as I said, music, pop music, and singers and Elisa, Nawal Zorbia. I
Did you
had
meet
the
them?
chance to interview them all of them,
Fun.
all of them. I have.
What
the
about, like,
archive, the
Najwa
audio
Karam?
archive. I did. Of
No, you
course,
didn't. Oh, that's
so
of course
funny.
I did. Yes,
Nancy Ajaram?
of course. Actually, she was my first celebrity I met.
Oh, really?
In 2006, I think. Yeah, she had like some rumors that she said something against Syrian audience or Syrian
Like fans or
public
something,
fans
yeah.
or something. And she came to make a press conference
Oh.
in Damascus in the Sheraton to explain herself.
Explain yourself.
Apologize to her fan base in Syria, and she did actually. And she did. She
Oh, wow.
It went very well.
Okay.
And I went to the. It was my first actually commissioning, like to go to cover this press conference.
That is
was my
so
first-
fun.
Okay.
That is so
Yes,
fun.
absolutely. So yeah, so I interviewed them all. Like I had so much fun.
That's so
I
cool.
thought, when I think about it, or like until now, I still think I'm not working
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I'm doing what
What you
I like
want.
to
It's just
do.
fun and
Yeah.
It's like
exciting.
I'm
Yeah.
doing my hobby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
love that.
yeah, before like I was really, really like had so much fun. And the last, as you are from Jordan, I think my final, or the last thing I done for like celebrities and stuff like that was in Jordan at the Dead Sea.
Oh.
It's called Taki Festival.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did it for 2 years. I been for the first one, and there I met them all again. All
Oh,
of them.
fun.
So they came to be
I,
awarded.
I'm like stopping myself from asking because like I'm gonna Diab. Like, did you? Like,
Yes, yes,
I know
yes,
you.
all
I'm
of
just
them.
gonna
All
assume you've interviewed
all
all
of
of
them.
them.
I was
It's
like,
so cool. That is so cool.
because I like to meet people.
Yeah.
Like, and so I chose this job or this position in the radio to go and cover like events and
Yeah.
concerts and stuff like
Fun.
that. So that was
Yeah, that's really cool.
my niche. Like, I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes, yes. And I like all the my like female colleagues. Like she had like she's pregnant or she doesn't want to go. She's like we were like I was the only one. Gay. I wanted to say man.
You're so cute. I can't. I love that.
Yeah.
So when you did all of that, what happened with like was it during the Arab Springs you said that you
I moved to Jordan, Amman, for work in 2011, January, for a couple of months. Then the Arab Spring started in Syria, so I packed and I had to go back to Damascus to contribute.
Okay.
And say
What did
my
that
opinion.
look like? Yeah,
How was that for you? Like,
Yeah.
Well, it was like really tense, I would say. When I
Yeah.
remember it, I feel like, thank God I survived. I was like bored at the same time. When I think about it remotely now, and after a couple of these 10 years now,
Yeah.
more than 10 years, who did that?
Yeah.
Like, how could I do that? You know, how
Yeah.
could I do, like, sometimes I don't contribute. Like, I couldn't contribute every Friday. We used to do like Friday things, like Friday demonstration, you know, every Friday people go to the street to do something
yeah.
against the regime. Sometimes I could contribute. Sometimes I just go for curiosity.
Okay.
Like I try to see because I really can't believe that I could do that. It was so dangerous, and I could die. I could
Yeah.
be shot. You know, the regime respond or reacted in a brutal way against the civilians.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was my faith or what was I believed in what that
Yeah.
time to go and just to expose myself to such a danger. One of the things I remember, the secret LGBTQ community, we decided to make something called white demonstration, like all men and women and people like dress in white and go to demonstrate. That was actually for me something I always want to remember. I don't
Yeah.
want to forget.
Yeah.
So we went to like where the LGBTQ people used to gather and to like cruise, I would say, in a place called Ashalan. So we went there, and of course, this kind of demonstration can't last more than 5 minutes because the secret police, the mukhabarat, all these people will come and like immediately to collect or to
Because they'll
detain.
find out that the reason why everyone's
of
dressed in
course.
white is because it's
It was very easy to find out in Syria about everything, you know,
Yeah,
okay.
spies and so for the regime everywhere in the street. So it was
That is absolutely beautiful. That is so
Yeah.
beautiful because I think those kind of things don't get talked about. Because
Never.
I think
No.
within the news and the reporting in those countries, they're not going to highlight LGBTQ plus like movements, and here they hardly report on anything that doesn't, you know, justify their invasions and their whatever. So to hear from someone who experienced it, the power of the LGBT community in those countries and the movements that they still do under such like intense, scary
Regimes. Yeah.
things that could happen, and you're still fighting for it. It's really like amazing.
I it's the opinion of Furat, the protagonist of my book, and myself. Like I wrote it like having sex in a non-democratic country like Syria is a revolution itself.
Right.
Like going to the hammam, to the sauna, and meet man and being yourself there. This is all like you are fighting for yourself, you know, for your you are telling yourself and the others that you are there. So all these details, some people maybe they look at it like it's just a desire, I would say, or something, but no, it's because also remember, or like, you know, you came from the desire is the knowledge of queer people or LGBTQ people in Syria, for example. You know about your homosexuality or your sexuality through the desire. You don't have books, you don't have the education, the sex education. Not every family can talk about it. You know, you know, some families they talk about it, they inform, they educate their children, but some families don't. So also like the religion and the desire. This is your references. So
is the hammams the main place where like gay people in Syria would meet? Like that was the main spot.
the main spots for sex,
Okay.
but for like social like meeting, a lot of cafes, you know, parks, public parks.
Okay.
You can go and meet, you know, also beaches,
Okay.
swimming pools, you know, just
Hammams, I think just to like, explain what a hammam is probably is like
Yeah.
helpful as well, because I'm aware that a lot of people listening or like viewing won't know exactly what that means. So do you mind explaining what hammams
Hammam
are?
is the Middle Eastern, or like I would say, if I want to be specific, the Damascene type of sauna, like where you go there and have a bath. Also, you can enjoy the steam rooms and also the sauna rooms, and it's also social things. For example, there is a Syrian dish. Every time I cook, I remember like this is the hammam dish. Like the men and the women used to take this dish to the hammam to eat there, mujaddara. It's like just a simple bulgur and
I was gonna say I think
and
you
lentil.
like it. I don't like it. Like lentil rice.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you, like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
Fry
Bulgur.
onions.
I love
Okay.
it. I love it.
Yeah, I like it.
This is like the hammam dish. Like
Okay.
I don't know if
made
I'd want to
back
eat
in
that
time.
going to hammam because it makes me fart a lot. I feel like that's not the one that I want
Hot,
to eat.
steamy.
Going to have sex. I'm like, excuse me, I'm just gonna
No, but
finish my
like,
lentil.
the hammam is not only one room. You have to know
No, yeah.
there are 3 rooms,
Yeah.
3 ways to arrive the hammam, to the bathroom. So first we have the barani, we have the wustani, the barani external or like living room, sitting room. Then you have wustani in the middle, room in the middle. Then you have the al-juwani, the interior. Like, most of the people, they want to have like a cigarette or like a chat or something. They will
Some places have shisha as well, don't they?
in the barani.
Yeah.
But in the wustani in the middle, like you don't have steam, you don't have like it's not too hot. So
Yeah.
people can just sit and mingle and talk. It's so much fun there, you know. I also wrote about it in my book. First, before like most of the hammams in Syria, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. For women only. So some women they leave used to leave some things for the men when they come after food or something, and sometimes you find bras and so they used to have so much fun with this.
That's kind of funny. Like, as in like a little flirty kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's like really fun. It's not only for sex, seriously. It's just also it's like a social club. You know? You meet, you talk, being yourself. During the Arab Spring, a lot of discussion was held, you know, with the young LGBTQ people. Like, what can we do? Are we the targets now? We are very easy, vulnerable. You know. So it's
because I always thought hammams were like for us, like in Jordan, like it would be a place that we'd go before a wedding. So they would go and like the groom and would get like
they still
shower.
do that,
And was it originally because there wasn't showers commonly used, so they would go to hammam where you could
have
have a proper shower before the night of the wedding kind of thing. Yeah.
But they still do that, and remember, hammams in Syria, not all of them
yeah.
gay friendly.
Don't just go in there expecting a good time.
Oh God. When you see hammam, you need a secret map.
Yeah.
So are there only like particular ones that are gay friendly, and then it's
Yeah, of
just
course,
for
yeah.
gay people, or it's a mixture and there's like a certain part which is like known? Like how
Some
does
of
it look?
them mix like secretly. You can meet people, and some of them openly. Even the owner is like your ally, and they will help you. And of course, yeah, definitely.
It's like a really like mixing old Middle Eastern culture with grinder.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
cruising.
yeah, and cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saunas here.
Yeah.
Does it
It's
count
like-
as cruising? Is that what would that count as cruising?
where?
Like the hammams? Does that count?
No, of course, cruise like you
Is
told.
it? Okay.
But cruising, I think, mainly in parks and like streets.
Oh, okay.
And swimming pools. Some pools
okay.
are like they have.
So the Arab Springs happened. You had you went back and you felt like there was a pull for you to feel like I need to say something, I need to do something. And then the hammams were a safe haven almost for LGBT to meet, talk, and decide what. How did then it like develop into like seeking asylum? And did you go straight from there to is it Sweden?
No, I went first to Egypt.
Egypt.
Then
Okay.
I worked for the television in Egypt for a year. Then I went to Turkey. Also, I worked for a British company in Turkey for a year. Then I had we kind of like my close friends, mainly from Europe, they were pushing me to come, and like because the situation developed so badly and we lost hope somehow to go back to Syria. So and also the situation for LGBTQ people and Syrian in Turkey is not that safe. So I made the decision to come to Sweden.
And was it just you just took flights? It was like
yeah.
And the way you left Syria was also flight like that, because I think there's an image of like refugees or something.
Syria, no, across the borders.
So you walked
from Syria to Turkey, because
Okay.
I am at my age I was wanted for the army, for the military service.
the conscription thing. Yeah.
So I couldn't.
As in they wanted you to join the Syrian army?
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
Of course I went down.
Yeah.
So I had to do the journey on foot to
How
Turkey.
did that look? What does that include?
I told you it's like a dream before. When I think about it, I mix actually. Even when I wrote the book, sometimes I say, "Is that my imagination or it's what happened to me?" You know, it's like just really like a dream.
Your brain almost blocks it out a little bit to deal with it.
Because
Yeah.
like a situation you never been before, and you even like myself, I never thought I will face such a situation. I went back to Syria when the revolution started. You know, it's like I wanted to. So suddenly I had to leave, and suddenly I had to leave the whole continent and the whole region, the Middle East, and I come to Europe. It's like kind of really shocking in the beginning, you know, for many, I'm sure, or not only me. So then it becomes, you know, in Europe, you have a different script for your life. You become like a newcomer. You have to learn the language.
Yeah.
You have to integrate, learn about Sweden.
But how did you leave Syria? Like, were there not checkpoints? Were there not people?
That time, if you remember, or if you read the news in 2012, 2011 and 2012, Turkey opened the borders for all Syrians who wanted to flee.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it was so easy for Syrians
To go. Okay. Yeah, I do. I remember there was like Turkey, Jordan, and Lebanon. I
Turkey,
think.
Jordan, Lebanon. After that, the situation changed actually.
Yeah.
But I was kind of lucky that time. It was so easy.
What about your family? Were your family in Syria, or were they?
My family also, I have some of them in Syria. I have a brother here in Europe, you know. So, and another brother, so, and have nephews also. They came to Germany. So we are like kind of something we never thought about it to have. For example, I am a Swedish uncle to French nephews and German
everyone's
nieces
married
and a Danish niece, you know. It's like kind of
That's incredible.
yes, I feel like I want to improve my French to speak to my nieces in France in the future, because you know they speak French, they better than Arabic obviously now. They are born in France. So I had to suddenly you have to become something else. Like I would say it's not someone else, like your life change, or your needs and things you want is really different than what you thought before.
100%.
You like, did you come out to your family? Do they know, or like how did that all go?
Well, coming out to family came. I'm really feel lucky to have my family. My mother always supported me, you know, when she was alive, and my siblings also gradually accepted me. Like I came from a big family. The siblings who are closer to my age, you know, they accepted me immediately, and they like tried to understand also what's going on with me. The eldest, maybe I had to work hard
Yeah.
with them, and I did, because they are my family in the end, and I know inside them they are nothing to hate. I talk about my experience. Nothing to hate more than to understand, more than to believe is that true or it does happen. And because like you know, sometimes helps you. A friend of my one of my brothers is gay, and when it comes to your family is absolutely different, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I remember his face, like, is in the house now, you know. It's like
Yeah.
here. So I think my coming out was like really very calm, and like came like slowly to them and to my friends even, and my like, and the book helped me when I published Salam Lek into 2018 in Swedish first. It really helped me a lot, you know. People knew, and I of course lost some friends on social media, for example. They just removed me.
Okay.
I met, like, I saw a couple, I don't know how many, but I saw 3 or 4. But the rest, actually, most of them, they actually, even they didn't talk about it. And this is, I like it. I like, they didn't change anything. And they,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't come like, or like, really, oh my God, or something.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it was just
Like, no,
normalized.
just normalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every year it's getting even better, you know, in everything, you know, I understand more. And I remember actually, my sister told me, I think you should come out to your friend, because I told her, I don't know, I feel a little bit insecure. Or she told me, listen, give them opportunity to be accepting. And I will never forget this line from her. She said, give them the opportunity to accept you, to feel it, and sort of to give them this opportunity. If they don't, you
Then
know,
deal with it.
yeah, but give them that. So I did, and I'm so proud of my friends. I'm really so proud of them, because like I came from there, and I know what it is like. So to be accepted is something I'm really proud of also. Yeah.
I think that's it. You have to give people the opportunity rather than
And time.
assuming.
Yeah,
that they.
and all of them actually, like my relationship with religion is, I call it always touristic.
Touristic.
When I need something.
God. Are you Muslim?
Yes,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
background. And but I like, I kind of like, I came like from. My mother was also a refugee from Turkey in Syria, her family. So this kind of diversity and like different, you know, or differences or different perspective about life and cultures is born with me. So I think, and I also like, I think I never wanted to be somebody else. Like I was do belly dancing when I was a child. I was like I was the entertainer of the family, you know. I'm like trying to do all the, so I never I never hid anything, or
Yeah.
I didn't want to hide anything. And I was naive, of course, that time. I even like, I loved my teacher once when I was a teenager, and I told my brother. I remember that very well.
Oh,
Yes.
did you?
Was
Yes.
it a male teacher?
My teacher.
Oh my God.
He said to me, "Why are you so attached to this teacher?" I told him, "I don't know, but I think I love him." Yes, yes. I
So it's
was
always
so-
been there with the family
Yeah,
that they've
yeah.
always, yeah.
And also, my father died when I was 2, so I'm being raised by a mother, a single mother, let me say.
Okay.
And my mother was so like. They used to call our house, my cousins, and my neighbors, and our friends, the house of freedom, because we didn't have a father.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Wow,
they,
that's how they
yeah, and they
interpreted
used to
it.
come, all the girlfriends of my friends, sisters,
Yeah.
the female friends and the girls, to do makeup and to do their hair, and they play music out loud. You know, they dance, they watch television together, and like classic romantic Egyptian
Oh,
movies. You
cute.
know,
Okay.
and so they like, so the House of Freedom
Wow,
being
that is
called.
so
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. So even like the friends of my mother, they used to come also to feel free in the house. You know, they dance, they cook, they. Yeah, it's like there is no man is coming now for the lunch time or
Yeah,
you know
it's
this
just that
Middle
open,
Eastern
yeah.
father's culture. You know, when the father
Be
comes, every
quiet.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have time. I didn't have it. I don't know
Okay.
how it feels also like to have
Yeah,
these
yeah.
It's
rules.
not good.
We've been really free actually. Well, my mother was so easy with us. Yeah.
So you were open with your sexuality from the beginning, like
Yeah, and
you
the
kind of knew from like a
yeah,
young
and the
age.
eldest siblings were sisters, girls, and girls always interested in makeup,
Yeah.
fashion, music,
Mm.
who gets married and who will love and who you know there's like
Yeah.
gossips. So that kind of yeah, we didn't have this I would say masculinity at home or masculine attitude. You know,
Yeah.
even my siblings they don't have this masculine attitude. You know, they
Okay.
always like.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Oh, five. We were five brother boys and four sisters.
Okay.
I'm number
Okay.
9,
Mashallah.
the youngest. Yes. And
How about your
oldest.
straight brothers?
Hmm?
Your straight brother, because you've got. Did you say you've got a gay brother, or your brother had a
No,
gay
he's my
friend?
Yeah.
So all your brothers are straight,
I don't know.
as far as we know. As far as we know.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering, like, did
I
they carry any of that traditional like Arab masculinity, fathershiphood, or do you feel like they're different because of that upbringing?
I think they are different because of because the missing of the like not missing actually because of the feminine dominant feminine culture in the house. So like I remember like I was like helping my mother with with one of my brothers like in hanging the laundry in our garden, and I think my friend told me, "Do you do that with your brother?" And he was like. And
Yeah.
for me and my brother, we were like absolutely shocked by his comment because this is like kind of like we don't question that. We've been raised to do that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is actually I don't know about their saying. We know they never told me, but I don't know about. But they are good fathers now, all of them. Yeah, they are really good fathers.
That's really interesting because I know I'm just preempting a couple of like haters listening to this, especially when they come from Middle Eastern cultures, to be like, no father in the house, that's why you're gay. Like there's a lot of those kind of comments, but
No,
it's
I don't
nice
think
to
so.
yeah, it's
That's
nice
my
to know.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, with the brothers raised in the same way, you know.
My cousin was gay. He died by accident when he at age 18, and he was like, I think if he lived up to now, he will be a transgender. I think so because he was like really his interest. We were so open to each other and so close to each other.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So he was like really himself, even more than me. He was like painting, doing his nails, and you know, trying his mother's clothes and stuff like that. But his father was, for example, was really my uncle was really tough on him and very.
Yeah.
Thank God he never. I don't know. I don't think there was violence and domestic violence because they were our neighbors. But he was like kind of not happy with his
Yeah.
son. So I always compare, like think of if I had a father, or you know, and like how lucky I am, or I'm not lucky. I don't know.
It's
yeah,
hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
hard.
to understand.
Yeah.
But,
Interesting. And what does back when you were in Syria the queer gay community look like?
Oh, I miss it.
Okay. Are you still in touch
I
with anyone?
miss it. I'm in touch with many, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them came to also to the West after the war, and so my ex-boyfriend in the U.S., the other one in Turkey. So like, and also like, I miss this kind of. I know maybe some people will not like it, but I think I miss the taste of forbidden fruits.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Naughty.
yeah, it's like kind of as I said, like I had like relationships before back in time in Syria, and like we've been always like this kind of tense, and also like the emotion always like you exaggerate because like you are doing something
How long is this gonna
haram,
last?
Yeah.
against the law. Everybody should be could be against you, like you are disapproved. So, but it happens, and it's so sweet and nice, and also the solidarity,
Yeah. Yeah.
because we are all vulnerable, and so you have this kind of you feel you have your community, and it's like we are the hidden army, like we can come, anytime we feel
Yeah.
something. And actually, I don't know now. I heard from some people like the solidarity and it's not that strong anymore, because like this community is damaged now, and it has like people think of work and like bread, and where to live and safety and security now.
Yeah.
So like kind of it's like not like before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would worry like if someone in a country where it's really like illegal, friends and things, like would they potentially say something? Like, did you ever worry that like if you fell out with someone or someone that they might?
Of course, I was afraid to lose my job,
Right.
for example.
Yeah,
Okay.
So my best friends knew that time, but even like you have this kind of panic sometimes, like if this friend will change his mind or something, or her
Yeah.
mind or something. But honestly, and I still say it, my struggle and fight and battle always was against the regime, Al-Assad regime. Like I had faith in my people, and I feel always like we can talk to the Syrians, but we couldn't talk to the regime men, for example.
Yeah.
It's criminalized homosexuality up to now. Article 520 says to go to jail from 2 to 4 years if you are homosexual, and that was my own problem, my only one problem myself.
Yeah.
If this article wasn't in the institution, I think I will do much better.
Yeah.
For the society. But you cannot, because the law and even the society or the community will support you. In the end, the law would not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very
There's
strong.
nothing you can actually do.
No, exactly. You can do, but you risk really your future, yourself. But because we had faith in our families, in our community, in our people, we can talk to the people. For example, the hammams I've been talking about, like the gay friendly, they are, where are they located? In the city center of Damascus.
Yeah.
Are surrounded by shops and people who from Syria, they live there, and they knew, they are not stupid. They
Okay.
knew that these places attract type of men
Yeah.
in the city. And I never been actually exposed to any kind of homophobic attitude around that.
Yeah, I'm so
myself.
interested to think about the masculinity aspect and the male aspect of it, because sometimes I feel in Arab cultures other men will have issues, but I feel like women wouldn't get involved because it's like a man thing. Like sometimes it's really accepted that men will sleep with other men in Arab cultures while they're young because they have no women to sleep with. Like it's almost like a narrative that I hear in like Jordan, like Dubai and things like that, where when they're younger and going through
They
puberty,
experiment with friends, and it's like.
So I wonder if it's one of those things where they just kind of know it exists, but it's like, let's not talk about it or like, get involved in it.
Yeah, and but I think like countries like Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, I think Palestine, we are more complicated than what's called Arab. I think so.
Okay.
Because like we have this kind of layers, classes. We have like like social classes. You have the families. You have the. We are so we have the different races, religions. And like this kind of mix somehow. Again, I will talk about. I don't want to generalize. My experience, we were like kind of. This mix helped us to open our minds to different culture and different things, because you live in Syria, your neighbors, Druze, Alawite, Shia, Sunni, Christian, all this kind of, in the past, in the 90s, we have Jewish, people community. So all this kind of, we have the Assyrian, we have the Kildan, we have the Aramic language is still spoken. It's like very diverse.
You're
so many
exposed to
layers.
so many
you're
different
exposed
things,
all the
yeah.
time to, and also the history is so rich. Changing almost every 100 years. In this land. So it's like kind of a lot of refugees from Greece, from Turkey, from Armenia, from Iraq, from Lebanon. lived and established themselves. So all this like kind of mix and diversities help somehow. So I think in Syria, nothing to do with religions more than social classes, families, and top of that, the law, the dictatorship regime we had, you know. So all this kind of thing, the main reason, like some people are religious. For example, I came from a Muslim family. My ex-boyfriends are Christians. I came out today, until today, and up to now they are not out, and they are in exile,
Okay.
and they are Christian,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like nothing to do with the religion. Honestly, it's about where
Family,
your
culture,
family,
there's
parents,
silos and
your
Yeah.
society, it's a community too.
yeah.
You know, some people live in a community like very conservative, you know, and some people, their parents didn't have the opportunity to study or to travel or, you know, and it's so complicated. It's really about families and houses. Believe me, in a country like Syria, each flat is different to the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah.
In the language, because these people can speak Kurdish, this Arabic, this Assyrian, this Aramic, you know, this this is
Yeah.
Armenian.
Yeah.
In the same house or building, you can find this
Yeah,
diversity.
it's like its own little.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, but I want to ask something that I'd be really interested to see your take on it. But it's quite a big topic because I think with your experience in Syria and with the LGBT experience, I want to know what your views are on like the whole talking about gay rights, LGBT rights in countries where it's not legal and it's criminalized, and how to navigate that conversation. It comes from a conversation that we've had when we were one of our episodes in Dubai, talking about how even though it's not safe, people that are gay should still travel to those countries if they want to. Obviously, countries that are safe to travel to. What is your view about LGBT people traveling to countries where it's criminalized still?
Well, I always think of people different to the regime and the government. I never thought of governments because I believe from my experience that all governments are they don't do well for their people. You know, I look at the time we are living, the political era we are living in now. So living to meet people is different. And you know, if you go to Dubai, you are not going to meet the Hakim, you are the king, the prince or something. You are going to meet a friend, a cousin who works there, or some. You know, also to learn about the culture. The culture is not owned by the politicians.
Yeah.
This is what we need to understand. You know, some people I know, they write to me like, "Are you going to say you shouldn't go because you cannot support this current government? They look extremist. They look something." I would say like, how can I change that if I don't go and see? You know, why I should just listen or hear from sources or resources, sorry, or something like, you know, I need to go and see the culture, the people, the gay people there. And you know, if you don't want, you abandon the gay community there, the LGBTQ community there. So I don't think it's quite complicated, but also we think of people more than, because this regime or person or president could change or like just go, you know, but the people still there. And the Syrian experience approved that, like the Syrians are still there. Al-Assad is gone, but the Syrians are there, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's too like right, this is a right thing to do, but but it's also personal. So, you know, some people, they don't want to support this is economic, you know, this economy or something like that. If so, I think it's personal. I think also it's about freedom and democracy. People can decide what they and say what they want, you know, and just listen. And if they are different to me, that doesn't mean that I stop to become friends with them or something. They have different perspective.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, for me, it's okay. I accept it. And many people speak about, like somebody said, are you going to Dubai? Or say, I cannot go to Doha, Dubai. And after 1 week, he went to the US, for example. And I'm like, hello, are you supporting Trump? As a joke, he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, shy face. So it's like kind of, we should just respect what people think, right?
Yeah.
You know, for them, as long as it doesn't harm or damage something, you know.
100%.
It's a debate.
Yeah.
You know, people talk, and I love the time we live in. I love the
debate and
people.
the open.
I love that. I'm a journalist,
Yeah.
and like before I work as a journalist, I love like reading what people think. It's a vox pop for me to read the comments, you know, especially the real one. You know,
Yeah.
it's like tell you what people think, and people are free. Yeah.
I think I like to ask that question because I'm still torn internally, even though it looks like I've made a decision, but I just tried a different perspective, and I still debate that with myself. I'm like, yes, it's your right to not want to visit, it's your right not to want to go, but at the same time I can't help but think about the people that live there. And I, as a Jordanian, being in Jordan, if I feel abandoned by my queer peers in England or America that don't want to visit my country because of the government, not because of because it's just very easy for some
people everywhere.
Yeah, it's really easy for someone to say, no, thank you, I don't want to go there, go back. So basically, you're safe if you're in the closet, and it's like that's very simplistic. It's not quite that easy and that simple.
You can't cut your roots. For example, will you cut Jordan? Will I cut Syria? Will you somebody cuts you know his? You know, we support Palestine today, and Palestine is not a safe place for queer people.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I
But
mean?
everyone still
Yeah,
support.
exactly.
Yeah,
But we
exactly.
support the people, the humans, the children. You
Yeah.
know, it's about humanity, nothing about to do with sexuality.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go, I never been to Dubai or the Gulf states all my life. You know, but I have not. I don't have this attitude. Maybe I would say yes. Maybe they will. Somebody will invite me on a bad day, and I will say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
and you should be able to.
exactly.
Yeah,
So it's about the democracy, and people should be free to do such things. You know, and to talk about such things. Also, like I would say, everything has positive side and negative side. The positive side of this opinion or attitude also put some pressure on the government to change. You know, it helps somehow.
Yeah, true.
It helps. So we shouldn't be against or with. We should just respect what people think, and because everything helps. They need to know, for example,
True.
the government.
Yeah.
It's there is people who are rejecting them. They are not
Yeah.
welcome. Then they are like amazing everywhere, and
It's actually we
welcomed
need
everywhere.
both of those. We need the
Yeah,
people,
well, that's
that's a
kinda
really good
switched
point.
on
It's
my
we
head.
need people that are happy to still visit and help the local community and
Yeah.
the people and see them as humans and not just their sexuality.
we-
And we need people to say no, we won't spend our money there.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
we need
you're
them.
right.
We
That's
need
cool.
people who protest
Yeah.
and say their opinion. It's very important because it helps to, you know. So
Yeah.
these two groups are completing each other.
Yeah, even though they don't like each other. Fine.
Mind blown.
I love that. Thank you. That was really good. That was really good. What is the main takeaway from your book
Yeah.
that you would say to kind of entice someone to read it or to a learning from it that we can take?
I think if you read Salamlik, you will have a different perspective about the Middle East and Syria and refugees in general. I think one of the reviews in Germany said, I like this review so much, and I don't remember which newspaper. I think he said now we should like kind of mourn about refugees or like kind of you know, like some people stereotype refugees before you learn about
Yeah.
them or you talk to them. It's like stop doing that and just read this book. He said in the review he wrote, and just read it to learn who are the refugees, not why they came,
Yeah.
who they are.
Their story.
Yeah, and who they are, these refugees. They are, because you see, we have 100,000, we have 150, we have 20,000, but so we have 20,000 stories.
Yeah.
Stories.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not just numbers.
Exactly. So learn about this, and you know, when you see the vulnerability and the strength of people, you think you know that they are humans, and you relate somehow to them. You know, I remember in my second book called Gateway to the Sea, that's published in Swedish in English next year. I wrote about like a guy in Egypt, Syrian guy in Cairo. He's displaced in Cairo. He said. He was depressed, his boyfriend left him, etc. And he was living in his own and like feeling really miserable. And he said he was that he kept all the boxes of empty boxes of pizza
Okay.
in the kitchen, and it became like the pile is growing. And he said he was looking at the mirror naked, and he was talking about his belly growing, and
The butt box
the
is
pile. I wonder why Nasab Tardan, yes, both of them. And I was talking about displaced Syrian guy in Cairo, and a guy, Swedish native guy from the north of Sweden, from a small town, wrote to me. He said to me, I lived this moment in 2008, and you were in my flat. You were talking
watching
about
me,
You
yeah.
were watching me in 2008. His boyfriend left him. He was depressed, didn't go to work, just eating pizza,
my God.
collecting the empty boxes.
Oh, that is
and he said,
amazing.
once I was looking at the mirror and see my body.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so cool.
He said, this is what you wrote happened to me.
Wow.
I love
And
that.
this is like kind of, he came from a small really village in the
that's so
north of
nice.
Sweden. And this guy came from Damascus, living in a big house, 25 million. And these two men, like, they lived
The
Parallel
connection
lives.
for
one,
the, yeah.
one 2008 and one 2012. It's
Wow.
amazing. So this
I
is
love
like something about like the magic of writing and sharing your story, and yeah.
Where can we get your book? Where can
From
we...
everywhere, and I like really recommend you go to independent bookstores such Gaze the Word, and also the Common Press.
Yeah.
Love the
They
Common
have,
Press.
yeah, they have my books, and please go to independent book
Yeah.
shops and get it from there. It's like because also they support me as a writer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love this kind of
The Common Press, Aisha.
Aisha,
Aisha,
yeah.
yeah, bless her.
That's
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh,
I've
thanks, Joe.
completely enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it
Yeah.
too.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He spent 6 weeks in Italy.
I've been speaking Arabic. Yeah, and to the goat.
Yeah. We should have done this whole thing in Arabic. That would have been fun. We could have tested our Arabic.
Yeah.
Do you speak some Arabic?
شوي شوي.
عارف ما تحته خط?
No.
No, but he does these 3 words that make me laugh so much because I don't realize how aggressive Arabic is. So
Oh no, not
no,
Syria.
but me.
The way he
specifically.
says it to me.
Because I was
He'd be like, where's my robata?
What is robata?
rabata, like the hair tie, rabata. Oh,
Or like tundra.
tonjara.
Tanjara.
I was
Yeah.
like, when a tonjara? And he's like, tonjara.
Learn some Syrian. We say Tanjara.
Yeah.
Tanjara.
I'm from a very Bedouin family. Okay?